Okay, so we are back. So what we managed to do the other day was plotting the strategy here. So if this is turned on, plot KNN matrix here on 0 value, 0 price, and latest candle, which I'm not sure which is the latest candle here. Okay, here we have a box that represents the KNN matrix. So you can see all of the values, which are from 0 to 100 and from 0 to 100. So this is actually something like this. This is actually something like this. Seeing one value here. This is the 0, 0. Why it has been removed? Well, doesn't matter. So what you can see here is the KNN matrix, and that's nice to see. However, we don't see when we save 1 or -1 or something bigger than 1 or something less big than 1, and that's what I want to plot. So I'm going to modify the script. Okay, so the other day I also modified this need to learn. So I'm going to save this, but I'm not sure. Try to focus on try to learn different depending on the hour of the day. I mean, it means that we have less that we are going. This means that we are going to learn much less times, but it will always be the same hour of the day, and hopefully this is going to be a nice thing to you to have, but we will see what happens. So what I want to do right now is to plot this differently depending on the result value, so that we have red and green lines here. So how do we do this? So we can check on the top buffer, we can check how KNN what the hell are you? So KNN save. So KNN store result, it's saving feature 1, feature 2, source, which is the price, and then result. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so down here where we plot something, let me see, what the hell is this? Here where we plot the lines, we should be able to do something like saying something like row result. It's going to be whatever we have on the row. So this is going to be end row. So matrix, yeah. So this is going to be here. Sorry. So we are going to have it here, and this is the value that we're going to have here, which is 3. So 0, 1. Wait, here it is. 0, 1, 2, which is the price, and we are not going to use, and 3, which is the result. 1 minus 1 or the percentage. Nowadays we're just saving the percentage. Okay, nice. So this is the result, and 1 second. Where do I have? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so now what we are going to do is the following stuff, which is if TMP result it's bigger or equal than 0, this is going to be one of the lines. However, if this is not true, it's going to be the other one, which is going to be the same thing but with a different color. So what we need here is to know how the hell do we change the color of a line. This should be quite easy to do, so let's take a look at line new. Color, so we can just use color. Okay, so color, we are using blue right now, but yeah, so this is color equals color green, I mean green, lime, I think I prefer lime, and this is going to be color maroon. I'm sure I like this. Maybe we should use other colors I mean. Okay, so we are done. Let's see what happens now with our matrix plot. Where the hell are you? Here. That way I will be able to check if this is 0, 0 yet. But I mean, we shouldn't have so much. It should be removed, if you ask me. I'm wondering if this has finished. No, it has not. Okay, perfect. Oh, look at that. 0, 0 is here. Oh. This is not very good. So first of all, 0, 0 is here. But then, yes, we have a lot of green points here. But red points are also here. So there is no way of knowing if we are doing this right or not. Okay, let's try to debug this a bit, because now we can check all of the different stuff. So let me see. Do we have any of this? So we had, I think it was number 4, which was a bit better, but we didn't know why. Wait a minute, if we had to set this like this so that this worked. Oh, maybe we have to not learn so much, yeah, because this is less than 100. So this was 0.28 and this is going to be 10. Let's only learn with 10 on them. We don't need more because otherwise we don't have any traits. Okay, so here you have this stuff here, And look at this. So when we have 238, it begins to know what it's doing. But here also it seems fine. So what happens with 4? I mean, it was 1550. What I saw was better. 1550. Learn and matrix size probably. Yeah, this was what I brought down. But this is not very good. I mean, this is what I have found the best to be. But as you can see here, there is no practical difference between red and blue. We no longer have this thing here. Why is that? 1 second. Maybe that's the reason why. Yeah, because it's the latest 50. Let me see one thing. Maybe the 000 is a problem here, and we should not save it in the first place, because it doesn't help us. Okay, let's make the matrix bigger and bigger till we have 0 here. Well, let's see what happens with 0. Nothing more. Iterations. I mean, if the maximum is 100 and we have 93, then we need 94 in order to see this. We still don't have at about 95. We still don't have that 0. That's interesting. Oh my god. Are you telling me that with these settings we don't have 0, whatever the reason is? Maybe it's because of the offset. There is no 0. Probably 0 is only found. Oh, look at that. Why now it works perfect with 3. This is nonsense. We cannot find anything that makes sense here. So as you can see, we have the points like this. I mean, is this actually really good? We have quite big drawdowns here, if you ask me. So I'm not sure it's really good. Carlo Olsen. Let me see. Check after 6 bars. Let me see. What more do we have? Sometimes this works so well, and sometimes it does not. And there's no explanation why is that. Look at this. So, if we learn 236 times, we're going to start there, and it's going to be quite nice. The curve is going to be nice, but that's not because we're doing something right, you know. I mean, 236, well, only not. So this two here is 2 a.m. which, I mean, this is 2 a.m. UTC, which is 2 hours after change of the day, so I don't see why this, I mean this one 3 a.m. isn't it? Yeah, that's it, 3 a.m. I don't know why this one would be so good here. There's no reason. There's no explanation of why this would be good. And yeah, it's true that some of the values are here. Maybe we can set this to something bigger, so that we have less trades, but more, we have more success. I'm not sure about this. So this is 48. I am not sure what we had before. We have more trades, that's right, but instead of 48, how much? .47, so you can maybe set this like this. The problem is that these two clouds are next to each other, so we cannot have two different look at this. Yeah, so now we have something similar, but with less rates. We need to find, I think we need to find other variables for doing this, otherwise yeah. This is going to be matrix plot. The back plot uses different colors depending on the result. Okay, so one thing I want to do, which I'm not sure I'm going to save, it's just a result here, which we are going to set to 1 and -1 to see if it's any better. Because right now we are saving the percentage change, and yeah, so this is going to be 1 and -1. Okay. So now we are not going to use percentages. So percentages. Wait a minute. Percentages where are from 0 to 1 to whatever. Maybe percentages is not the right thing to use, because okay, I'm seeing the same exact thing here. So what you can see here is we have a cloud here where we have green and red and everything is here. And then we have some green here. Yes, we have some red here, but most of the times we have this big cloud here, and that's not fine for us, because we want something that makes sense. So I wonder if risk reward rate $2.25 to all other 6. I wonder if what we have to do is not to save when this let's check what happens if we have not so big ratio. Do we have more green, more red, or I mean, with less ratio we should have more non-useful cloud, if you ask me, and worse results. Yeah, look at that, red is here. We can say this needs to be 4 ratio. Oh, look at that. So if we have here, we have much traits. Why do we have so much traits? So with 4 ratio we have this thing here, which has more what I don't understand is why we have so many traits with this scenario, but let's see too. Yeah, so apparently these 3 that goes well, some sort of coincidence, because otherwise it's not going right. Yeah, I mean, from here to here is not good. From here to here is not good. And the cloud is not very useful either. So we are saving suggested result here depending on all of this. Okay, let's set this with percentages again. See if it helps. If it's helpful when we have bigger radio, because I think this should be useful when you have a bigger radio. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. I wanted to plot the distance here thanks to the line so that we can see if this means that we have more distance, but I mean I am not sure we want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the setting here on the top that we have about saving one thing or the other one so that I can use it. So let me find this. Where the hell are you? Here it is, KNN type, it's Boolean or person. So if KNN type is Boolean, then I mean let's do it here because otherwise and otherwise you have the other one which is not non-boolean. Yeah, let's see. So this is non-boolean, I mean this is boolean, so we should be here. So So boolean is 1 minus 1 and this is percentage. Percent. Percent. Okay, this is not right. I should copy and paste. If we don't want to have something wrong, we have to copy and paste. Let's see how this works. We should have different red and green and red colors depending on this, if I have done this properly. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is just a result minus percentage. Source take profit. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Unless it does not make sense. Okay. So now we should, assuming this is working properly, now we should be able to change green and red thanks to the boolean and percent setting. Let's see if we can see any change with these three different green colors there. No? Why not? Let me make a screenshot. 1 second. So I'm changing to Boolean. Let's see if I see any change of red and green. I mean, checking on my other screen, and we have exactly the same result. So this is concerning to me. So that's just the result. Yeah, maybe the reason is because if you win, so when you win you have, yeah, when you win this percentage is also always going to be positive. When we lose, this is also going to be positive, so there is no way of not having values. What it's different is the result value that we store in the matrix. So we should have different results here, probably, or not. Know what we have here. 1493, 255, 1493. Let's see what happens now. Exactly the same thing. I mean, we can use another setting for the KNN minimum difference, but this is why the distance is not taken into account. We should be able to, so just as the result. This is not right, I think. So this is going to be, make sure to save. Make sure to save different results depending on the Boolean percent switch type KNN, the KNN type switch. Okay, so the problem that I have right now is that we have the results are the same ones, and that's because result is not saved properly or something like that. So KNN store result, where we put whatever result we want as. This depends on the percentage that we add. So the question is there any other function that is ignoring this result and using something else to decide if it's a good idea? So this is KNN store, which we are not using. I mean, it should not be used by any other function. So PS store, we are not using it, so it should not be using this. If you take a look here and you search for do KNN call, you can see how this is true, but this is false. So we are saying long, short, we are saying the PS store, we are not updating the matrix. Okay, when we try to know if it's a good idea to enter a trade or not. And yeah, so we should not bother about this. Then this filter is the one that it's going to check if we have the minimum difference or not. When this is using KNN sum, it's in the matrix. So this is using KNN sum. So maybe KNN sum is doing some stuff that's not right. So here you can see how this is getting distance, and this is the distance. This depends on the different features, so we don't care about this different features values. However, we also have this KNN get, which gets the neighbors with the smallest distances, and that's where we have this setting about the nearest neighbors number, which is used to get. So this is the only thing that many neighbors do we have? Distance. Why don't we have a filter for result? So this result here is added here, and this is sorted by distance. Yeah, because there's a less distance. Okay, so result is not used at all, and this bothers me. So I might be able to create another matrix, machine learning stuff, so that this works properly. Because I want to use the result in order to filter all of this. I mean, the difference is that difference here is because of the nearest neighbors, which is always the same thing. So maybe the result should be taken into account manually from the outside, and that's it. This is what's the skew. The skew, what's the distance between the so the skew distance. What else is the distance? Minimum difference here. Look at that. KNN sum, and then we have the filter is bigger than the difference, or less than the difference. But this is a difference between this is the filter result, which gives us some distance, isn't it? So this KNN sum actually returns, yeah, KNN nearest neighbors and summing them up. The problem is that this slice is getting it's KNN get, which is row. Look at that matrix called matrix 1 result. This is here on the row, This is where we want to slice the stuff here. We don't want the first one by distance, but we want the stream ones by result, so that we can get the better results. Yeah, I think what we want to do is to learn when this is really better, so we need to do it on the outside. Okay, let's see how the hell do I do this in a way that makes sense. So here we have need to trade. So how do I know that I have to save? What the hell is this? Here it is. How do I know? Wait, here. How do I know that I have to store the result? So right now we have real long OK, real short OK, which is take a look at this. Have we reached this or not? Which is the ratio, which is the take profit and so on. But we also have the result, which is here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add, so this needs to be percent by default. So let me fix this, because otherwise this is going to be confusing. So KNN type is now set to percent by default. Okay. So what the hell do we need to do here? Yeah, okay, so this is percentage. Nice. And here we are going to ignore the Boolean scenario, okay, because you know. And what I'm going to do right now in a rather straightforward manner is I'm going to modify this bit long OK and bit short OK, so that they are dependent on the suggested result, so that we can filter this, so that we have better results. So this is going to be bit long OK. It's going to be bit long OK, whatever we had before, and something else. Okay, the same thing we're going to do with short OK, and this is what we're going to have as extra. So what we are going to have is just the result absolute value, because that way I don't have to work with. It's going to be greater than, we don't know, some percentage. Okay, so the percentage that I'm going to use is let's see, so probably we want more than 0.50%. Wait a minute, this is not percentage, this is per one. Was it? Yes, this is per one, so oh my god. Yes, as this is per one, what we have to do is multiply with 001, if I'm not mistaken, or not. 0.50, yeah, that's right, so this is per one. And we're going to do the same thing here, and then we will add some input so that we can change this from the outside. And this can have this another check here, to another Boolean input to turn this on or off. And let's see what happens now with all of this. So now we should have much less changes. I mean, like at this 0 here, which is confusing to me. Now we should have like these points here and not the ones from here, these green points from here, and that's it. Well, I'm not sure we have done anything. I think, yes, I have the same screenshot, and this is exactly the same screenshot. However, maybe here on the bottom we have better results. I have no idea what the hell did we have before. I mean, we should probably plot whatever values we have here when we save steps in order to see what's the best way of saving these percentages. Okay, let's try to make this better so that we can work from the inputs, and then we will see if this is useful or not. Okay, so this is going to be something like a Boolean, like here. So this is going to be not KNN filter, but KNN result filter. So enable result filter. So here, if you enable KNN result filter, which only makes sense with percentage, you can do this, and let's make a group here. And so what we want to do is we want to save floats here, which is going to be this is going to be result minimum filter, result minimum. So this is going to be a long KNN result minimum. So KNN result minimum, which right now I'm using 0.50. So this is a percentage, if you ask me. We're going to do the same thing here. So this is going to be the short one. Okay. And so down here, what we want to do is we want to use this for the long part and this one for the short part. Okay. And then we probably want to write down the suggested result when, in order to debug this, but so right now let's see if this works, and we will make a commit of this. Okay, let me see. Okay. Strategy tester. I don't see any difference. But the thing is that this has been built properly. So we should be able to. So the last change was KNN. So this is going to be filter by result. Learn. Filter by result what we need to learn. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to debug this because I am not sure what values do I need to put here. Okay, so absolute value. Yeah, so what I want to plot is the suggested result to see what the hell do we have when we have percentages, and we are here. Okay, and once we have these suggested results, we will be able to see what we do or not. So let's check 1 second. So this is going to be please tell me if beard long okay is beard long okay or not. We also tell me if this is short okay or not, because we only want to check when this is not like this. And we also want to plot the values from here, which is just the result. I mean, not here, but here. And we are going to have suggested result plot, which is going to be if this is true, we are going to have this just the result value. However, if this is not true, we are going to have an A, so that we don't plot anything. And so this suggested result plot is the one that we want to plot here. And that's it. So now we should be able to debug this properly. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so we have the same matrix, that's normal. And now we should be able to check whenever we decide to learn. So suggested result, sometimes, look at this, -0. Oh, that's the problem that we have with all of this, that if the value is too small, we don't see anything. So we need to multiply this with 1000, if you ask me. In any case, I should be seeing just a result. Yeah, that's it. Should be seeing just a result. Something else. So we have NA if nothing happens. But from time to time we should have. Yeah, let's take a look here. So 6 times later, something like that, we should learn. We should learn. Okay, let's multiply with 10,000. I think the good thing to do here is multiply by 10,000 so that we can see more or less what this is about. So if we have 0.50, we should see says the result is per 1. Wait a minute, it says the result is per 1. Okay, let's try. So if it's per 1, yeah, let's try adding 4 zeros. I think it's going to be better because right now we only have one decimal there. So that way we will be able to have 2 decimals, even if it's not very good. I mean, we could have labels here so that we can plot this, but it's better to have them here, if you ask me. Nobody is here on the street. Everybody is sleeping or whatever. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's show here. Look at that. Now we have, what the hell is this? 0. So this is 369%. So this is 369%, which is the result for I don't understand why this is saved here every time we so the result from the latest place where we would have traded, which is six candle to the left. So 1, 2, 3. We use, oh, look at that, I didn't know. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here you can see how we have a 3%. Let me see, 3%. 69. Look at that. Yeah, 3% 69 loss from here. So it represents that. Wait a minute. Is this right? So if we need to learn okay, look at that. So here So here I guess that from this candle to here we win a short. So that's why here we have a minus 369. So from here to here we win a short according to our settings. So if you check here, our settings are please use a risk reward ratio of 4 and use a stop loss of ATR 1.5 multiplier. So with ATR 1.5 stop loss and a risk reward ratio 4, here we have this 365% thing that goes well. So I'm saving the data from here so that everything is okay. So you can see how I'm saving the data from 6 candles ago, which is here, and I'm also saving the price, which I don't care about the price if it's the current one or not, and also the suggested result. So this is perfect. So what we are doing here is saying what you are doing with this ratio is not good enough. Please filter by having a percentage which is good enough for us. So what we're going to do, so if we have 350, we're going to say we want 2% minimum, and let's see what happens. Let's see if this filters anything. If this works as expected, we should have less trades with better results. So let's try to modify this here. So let's see, what about 1%? Is it any better? Now I have not taken a screenshot, but the graph was not very good. 200. Yeah, let me take a screenshot here. Here it is. Okay, now let's say that this is 2%. We don't want to learn anything about the other percentages. Okay, we have the same exact kind of traits. Why the hell is that? This is turned on. So maybe I'm not doing this right. Results. Yeah, maybe this needs to be bigger till something happens. In 3%. Okay, now we have managed to have more trades. What? Why the hell are we going to have more trades if this is bigger? This has no sense at all. Oh my god. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, minus 0.20. Wait. 0.20. Maybe this is a percent and I'm doing this wrong. me see. So if this is 1.2 and this is, so this is 120, this is 120, and this is 100, and I remove 1, this is not 20%, so we need to multiply everything by 100, which is, and we will have the percentage. So just the result is per 1. This is percentage, so percentage, which is 20, we multiply by this. We can compare both of them. I'm not sure why this is not working as expected. Let's take a look what we have down here as suggested result. We don't have anything. But why is this NA? It should not be NA, because if it's NA, it means that we don't have very long okay, being short okay. Okay, so 369. So if I use 4%, this trade here should not happen. Let's see if it's right or not. Because right now I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So the trade is still here, even if this is, let me see. Okay, so now the suggested result is not 369. However, we are trading this. I have something wrong here. Okay, I see what's wrong here. We are not trading this damn it. So this needs to be done before doing anything, because otherwise wait a minute. No, this is not right. So we only want to save the results that match this, but we don't want to decide if we want to enter a trade or not depending on this, because the decision is taken above thanks to the advice from KNN. So yeah, this makes sense, I think. So the question is KNN result, yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, if we should take a look at the box contents, we should have less points here, or maybe not. Let's see what happens when we have. So what happens if we don't have any minimum? Do we have more points than what it's in here? What about this being 5%? Do we have, so the points should be let me see. Okay, so the points should be more extreme, and that's what happens here. However, it's not very good for trading apparently. What about 8% movements? Okay, look at that. Now we have much less values, but this is not useful at all. Okay, let me do something with this, which is I'm not going to do anything. Okay. So now this works as expected, and okay, let's make a copy just in case we need it, but you know, I don't know, I am not sure we're going to need it. So this is debug results. Okay, so all of this we remove it because we no longer need to debug this. However, I'm going to do something that it's useful, which is going to be, let me see, I don't remember. Okay, so we are going to save this always. So this is going to be found. Okay, so if you take a look at the history, we have here, try to learn different depending on the hour of the day. I don't think this is useful at all. So I'm going to revert this, if this is possible. Maybe short, okay. I think so. So I'm going to revert this commit. Perfect. And now we have the other stuff, which is Monte Carlo ATR is possible. This thing here. Perfect. Now we should be able to learn a lot, and we don't care which hour it is, we only care about good results. So we should be able to fill this matrix and not only have 4 of them, even if we have 8%. However, we will set the 8% to something else, like 5% or 3% or whatever we think it's nice to have here. Yeah, let's see. Okay, look at that. So now we have some data and we have some results here. So let's see if we can filter. So there are a lot of traits. Let's aim at 20% difference. I mean, why not? If then we don't have any trait, we don't care, but you know, we should try. So 10% difference. So 12 and 12. I mean, there are still a lot of traits. Hopefully I'm doing this right, because I am not sure now. Okay, so we have less traits. Look at that. Look at these values here. But we don't have green ones. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. We don't have green values here. reason, is it the reason related to that the percentage are different? Look at that, look at that. So maybe we should play with this so that we have more real results. However, I'm quite curious to save what about using 10% for both of them? Is it any good? What the hell happens with the other offsets? Because we are trying some offsets, but you know. Yeah, look at that. We have a similar pattern here. That's nice to have because it means that we might be onto something. Yeah, but this is the same pattern like this. Even if we lose, I think it's the same pattern, which is here on the middle. It's like that. Yeah, okay. 14%. Okay, let's do one thing now that we more or less handle this. Let's say that this is long only and that this is in a strict mode, so that we ignore short advice. Let's see if we can check which is the minimum percentage that we need to do here. Maybe 5%. Oh, this needs to be 0 because otherwise this is not going to work properly. Maybe we should work with the strict values and not trying to use okay, only 16 traits. What the hell is that? This does not make sense. Why do we have so few traits? Because it's not obvious what to use if we don't save here these two stuff here, isn't it? Damn it. Okay, let's do another thing. Let's reset settings again. Yes, I want to plot this, and this had good results with 10%. I mean, not good results, but it was promising with 10%. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it didn't really reset everything. Why is this a problem now? Okay, so learn iterations 10. I think that's what we want to have. Okay, so we have this thing here. So let me write down these settings so that I do not forget them. It's this is going to be the rest in settings. So KNN learn iterations, and then the minimum KNN result minimum 10%. So look at this. So now what I want to do, oh look at this, we have few long trades because the last ones that we have here okay, so we probably need to have 50 long pieces of buys and 50 short pieces of buys. So if we add a new long piece of buys, we don't remove the oldest data, but the oldest long data that we have, the matrix. That way we have good representation of this. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to work only with short values, because you can see here how we have too few long entries. So I want to work with only short values, and I want this to be strict mode, turn on, so that we don't care about the long and the buys, because the long and buys is not good. And let's see what happens here. It's not very good. But the reason why this is not good is because we don't know when it's not a good time to do stuff, because we don't have green dots. So if we want green dots, we should have more of these results, isn't it? So we can have more green dots if the result minimum is smaller. Look at that. So we have more green dots here, but maybe too much of them. Look at that. Now we have something that more or less, I think, has more or less the same dots. One place or the other one. However, we seem to find that this is not good enough, because we are not having good results. Let's see what happens with asking much less stuff. Okay, so apparently there are some values here and some values here, and then some noise here. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's the distance. This needs to be like to minimum distance so that we have less trades and they are better. Okay, now we have less trades, but you know, is it good enough? Okay, this is a bit better. Okay, let's see what happens now if we do reverse. It's not easy to find a nice minimum difference here. So if we have 3 minimum difference instead of 4, we should have more traits. But is it going to be better? That's a good question. It's sort of better. I guess that we need to learn a bit before diving into this. So maybe we should learn 100 before diving here. Also an option to keep learning till we have 48 long data and 48 short data. I mean long result and short result. Okay, what the hell? Why 4 is okay, but not this thing here? Straightforward. Maybe the ratio that we're using as 225 should be something else. Yeah, this is this learn iteration that makes me okay. This is a bit better. However, I don't know. I feel like I'm not using the right features, so maybe I should use the volume and something else in order to work with all of this. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it seems like this is a good idea, but I think this is related to how you learn when it's good and when it's bad. Okay, let's write this down somewhere, even if it's not perfect. Oh, interesting settings too. Learn iterations 50. Why is this good? I have no idea. Result minimum, it's going to be 8 and 8. So this is for L and this is for short. So 50, 8, 8. And KNN minimum difference 2.5. Yeah, okay. Let's check the other offsets. Yeah, I mean, here we have some problems, and then it goes up. So if I learn 100 times, I cannot trade, but this should not be like that, because why is there no data when I try to learn for 100 trades? Should I remove where the hell this starts so that they have more time to learn? Because otherwise I do not understand this. Why? This is not right. There's no warning, there's no nothing. Why shouldn't be able to wait till this has been learned? It's like I have a bug on the script. Let's take a look. Oh my god. What the hell have we done here? Oh my god. Always happen the same thing. So extra plot and extra code. Okay, let me see. This is what the hell is this? Here it is. So this is where you learn stuff, and this is where I set this to something else. However, it doesn't seem that we are able to get to 100 time or whatever it is. So I'm not sure what's wrong with all of this. Has learned enough. Max KNN learn iterations. So KNN has learned enough. We use it to trade or not. The KNN learn iterations by default is 0, and then we make it bigger here. So I'm not sure why we don't have any trades, if I'm being honest. So we should plot this so that I understand what the hell is going wrong here. Because it should not go wrong here, if you ask me. Okay, let me see, 1 second please.